Spooky.
Hello. Yeah, there we go, live and clear. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the action. We've got BetBoom up against Tundra. And yeah, some spooky stuff. So hopefully you guys and girls aren't getting too scared at home. This game, we'll see who's going to get scary for. We've got two lineups. We've heard from the panel. I mean, what do you sort of make of this, folks? Because I'm seeing one lineup, and they've got all the stuns. Have they gone overboard, or is this good from Tundra?
This is good. I mean, there's a million stuns. And literally everybody's got a stun, and they also have multiple stuns on heroes like Tusk and Lion. These two supports providing two different ones. Saksa could go down here. It probably won't be able to run him down. This is probably the lane to look at too. Pure and Katomi, that's the one that I'm going to be looking at the most. I think that's the one where they have the biggest advantage to be able to get Pure in a good spot and get him kind of snowballing. Because yeah, Tundra, it feels like a very, very strong draft that hits kind of all the marks. They hit buildings, they take good Roshan, they have pretty strong team fight, explosive damage in the mid game, and I like 5 initiators. I think this is the first time I look and I'm like, wow, 4 or 5 heroes that can start the fight in a way, which is really cool. Looking at the side of BB, yeah, I'm going to be looking mostly at Pure. I know Kiyotaka is another one that we have to talk about a ton because he has a lot of these explosive performances and sometimes some of these critical mistakes in the later stages of the game.
That's going to be exciting. See, and overall as well, we had the panel kind of talking a lot about the two carries. How do you feel these two players kind of match up against each other? And what do you expect from them this game on the heroes they've got?
I've always, especially for like the last couple months, I've liked Pure. I think he just plays very aggressive. Nightfall sometimes it does have a bit more of that passive style where he sits back and farm, but in this game in particular, I feel like there's going to be a ton of skirmishing. And DK overall, this hero, I'm glad, you know, we've been talking about it so much, even in Wallachia. We were waiting to see it more and more picked, and people just were kind of avoiding it, which was interesting. Now we're seeing it more, especially with the popularity of Dawn. This hero's good. This hero farms fast, does tons of damage. We saw a rampage from it the other day from Satanic.
What was it, 15 minute in or something crazy like that?
And versus the Dawn, you know, as we've mentioned, you have this stun in the lane that's very strong. Similar to when you're playing versus the Primal Beast to be able to control CS or stop the Starbreakers. Saksa getting aggro up here.
Yeah, I mean, Pure tried to trade with the two of them. He's taking a lot of damage in return.
There's another stun.
They've got him. I mean, that was
very aggressive.
Yeah, you talk about Pure being aggressive, but that was far too aggressive. Right, running at the two of them. He didn't have any backup nearby. It was as if he forgot he was playing into 2 potential stuns.
Yeah, that was a pretty big slip up there from him.
Yeah, that's the rare mistake in the laning stage, I feel, from Pure.
And this is the lane that, I mean, when I look at it, the range plus the Nagastar, and this is a lane that tends to destroy most times. He's still farming very well, but a big slip up there from Pure. Lorn up, Kiyotaka. Duking it out versus each other, but I tend to... Some players like the Ember matchup versus Storm. I've always liked the Storm in particular versus these Embers, but some players have different ways to play around it. Lorn off, this is his most comfortable hero, it feels like, though. And he is playing versus his other most comfortable hero, so he should have a very good understanding of that matchup.
So far, the difference really in the side lanes, a slow start for the farm for Nightfall on the DK.
Yeah, a couple CS that he was unable to get initially. He used stun to secure a couple, and he just missed them. So yeah, just a bit of a slip up there from him. 33, getting gone on now.
A lot of damage this time around coming out from that Rocket Barrage. They'll be able to burrow strike away, but with the root and the drag back. Splitting the Rocket Barrage damage there between the two of them, but 33, yeah, he's got nowhere to go. Just trying to get some CS on the way out, and he won't even get that. So this time round, BetBoom able to deal with him with the two of them. Pure able to fight strong with Katomi by his side.
That's more like what this lane should look like. It's pretty rare that you'd see Pure die when he's got this great lane setup. From now on, he should be able to farm freely unless there's another big mistake that comes out from him. Nagastar just, yeah, absurd. Deluge, one of the most insane abilities. Status resistance reduction. We mentioned pretty much everything about it. The lane's insane, and then your heal later on from the song. The way to reset versus team fights is very potent.
That's able to walk up and easily snipe 33's courier as well, they can't.
That's 2, I believe, that they've gotten, right? They got Sox's and they got 33, so besides just getting that kill, they're going to have to... I mean, deliveries up here is going to be complicated. They do have a salve at the ready. But yeah, no couriers.
Bottom lane.
Bottom again, Whitemon.
I mean, they try to get aggressive on to save after they catch him in the shards, but BetBoom's just able to turn and look towards Whitemon. He's able to dodge the bushwhack. He's not able to dodge the hammer coming in, swinging from Miro as BetBoom. He needs kills on the side lanes top. They're going to move in again as they'll get Saksa. Also 33. He should be... is he actually going to be fighting this Rocket Barrage again?
Dead.
Yeah, they're going to kill him likely. He's got the stick charges. But Burrow Strike still cooldown for a second. He's not going to get to play with it. He's gone.
Very nicely done.
They're getting a lot of kills in these side lanes, BetBoom.
Yeah, and bottom lane in particular, yes, they have the DK versus that Dawn, but the fact that it's a double melee lane is what's really causing Nightfall to struggle a bit more. Every time he steps up, he could just get caught by a bushwhack into the follow-up stun if Whitemon's not in a good position there. So playing really nicely in these lanes. Mid, as we see Lornoff still having a bit of that edge. He's playing strictly for dominating the lane, 0 points in the Vortex too, so playing to just dominate and get that extra farm. Power Rune, still in about a minute. We'll get wards placed down soon. Top here now, stepped up without his support.
He's got the one charges, and he does have a Lotus as well. So he feels really confident.
He's fast too.
He's getting so aggressive here off the back of having this Lotus. I mean, he's getting away with it this time, Pure.
Tommy, reeling him in.
Look at the drag back, but Pure little too low to step up. Doesn't want to get caught in the double stuns, which would very likely cause his death.
I like when I see people take this fast. I know a lot more players were taking the secondary strikes on the call down, but this one lane is so nice. When you're able to run down heroes like that, he can play around that movement speed.
Denied.
He's been doing quite a bit for him so far. I mean, a really nice way for the lane to be going for BetBoom after having that very uncharacteristic early death from Pure as he dies against the two of them. Ever since that, it's really been looking on the up for them. That safe lane duo for BetBoom.
Double checking power runes. Lornoff has hit the 6. Kiyotaka has also gotten it himself. Now it's going to spawn top. Does Soxa make it to actually check that one? He doesn't. So instead of checking that one, Soxa decided to just double stack.
Oh, that will mean Kiyotaka's going to get the arcane. It could have been easily taken away from him, right, if Soxa wanted to, but...
it's probably just that because his Sand King's lane's going so poorly. This is what we see most of the games, right? It's like Sand King's lane goes hard because he's playing versus this range plus melee.
Yeah.
And then they just have to stack to recover him, and the Sand King tends to recover. So I guess that's the priority they took. Does hurt Lornoff a little bit, but at least he has that bounty route to rely on. A 2K lead already off of these early kills that they've gotten. And Miero is doing the same build that we saw him do the other day when he was playing versus a regen hero. He went the Orb of Corrosion. So
33.
33 again.
Bit of an awkward Burrow Strike. Uses to get away, but in doing so, doesn't make the connection onto any of them, so they're able to just continue to chase him out.
Beautiful stuff from them.
Yeah.
Pure getting truly enabled. Treads, Falcon Blade, 800 gold. Very rich. And overall, their lineup, they can battle around the Ancients as well if they want to. It's a bit difficult sometimes because you're playing into this big Sand Shroud that comes out from the Sand King, so he just kind of covers the whole area with Sandstorm. But with Miero having such a good time as well too, the level 6 on the Dawn could come out, and then if they invade with Ember and Gyro, they can absolutely look to contest those stacks and continue to slow down 33. This is a very good start here for the side of BB.
Eyes on the mid. With the backup coming in for both sides. They've got a lot of lockdown. It's enough.
Always going to be the difficulty for Kiyotaka this game. As we said, everybody having a disable. Yeah.
To the point where, yeah, we'll see what sort of build Kiyotaka goes. Like, you imagine it's still going to be the phase boots into the Mage Slayer, or are you having to prioritize like Yules or a BKB earlier because of this amount of kind of catch?
Mage Slayer is just too good of an item, right?
So what you imagine, Mage Slayer into BKB, or can you get away with not getting BKB that early this game?
I guess we'll have to see.
It's just so much, right?
Yeah.
It's so you have to play the fight so carefully.
Probably something like that. Probably just like a Mage Slayer into some extra defensive item would be probably necessary this game, but we'll see based off how these lanes go and how much he has front lines. So you see Gyro, top of that net worth. We see 33, even though that lane was a little difficult.
He's doing fine.
He farmed stacks. Yep. The stacks are gone already. They couldn't actually make it there to contest. It dies too fast. So that 2K lead quickly gets shrunk down to almost nothing off of those stacks that they're able to just farm back up. And now, by the time they invade, Katomi is actually walking in to perhaps get some vision. The stack's already gone. It's very early the way that they clear them.
Yeah, they cleared that super early this game.
And 33 is now level 7 off of them too.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Find another courier. He's found quite a lot of them already. I think 3 or 4. That is another determination of, you know, the gold lead that they did have, right? He's found 3 couriers plus these extra kills. But yeah, things have gotten stabilized here for Tundra very quickly just after farming some stacks. Kiyotaka, DD. Trying to push the limits. Keep Lornoff low.
Lornoff's got to be careful. 3 heroes around the mid.
If he gets caught by a chains, could just drop. He's going to make his way
they'll be able to get the follow-up easily on Saxa. I see Katomi looking towards him. Has got save with him.
Kiyotaka.
Oh, it's easily
not
enough.
even needed.
Yeah, very, very hard damage coming out already, of course, from the Hoodwink.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, he just destroyed the line.
Yeah, Deluge plus that. We're seeing a lot more of this, either like 4 or 5 hoodwink in many more games. I saw Miposhka even doing it in a lot of his pubs and the officials, as we saw. Dodges the root.
Escaped by the chains. Can they get the bushwhack? They can. That's good. He's got just enough to get away, but my goodness, was that close.
Raindrop save.
Yeah.
Just barely keeping him alive. Playing nicely around this mid lane. BB just trying to play around Kiyotaka, ensure that he can keep getting these power runes. He's got to get a third. Invis as well now too, so 3 in a row that he's been able to grab with the way they played around him. But Tundra not exactly contesting those too much either. They were playing for catching up in farm after the lanes were a little bit complicated, at least for 33 in particular.
Kiyotaka tries to get the setup there.
Don't know how much he wants to... overextending on the Ember can be pretty scary.
Yeah, that would be a bit much going up here.
Too many stuns. If you just make one slip up, one stun, and you're just going to get followed up with multiple afterwards. Nightfall 2, he is 1,300 behind the gyro, but he almost has his armlet finished. Miero has Solar Guardian at the ready. And you see how aggressive BBT's trying to play. Whitemon at the ready for a save if that Solar Guardian doesn't come out.
To the net, but again, it's too deep. Backups coming in. Tundra ready to try and punish this. They get the setup for the Burrows Trophy for 33 to come in. They'll be the Solar Guardian, as they might look to be able to turn this on. It's actually just going to be the two of them dying. There's no chance for them to actually do anything in return. They're still jumping around with Kiyotaka, but the Burrow Strike's there once more. They get the catch up onto him. They've got the punch up.
He's in trouble.
He's got nowhere to run as well. 33's in position by the Remnant.
Ooh.
I mean, that was so aggressive really from BetBoom, right? They were hovering around this mid for quite some time.
At bottom, he did get the stun up on
Yeah,
him.
able to stop the Solar Guardian coming in, which...
He didn't really hide, to be honest with you. Miero kind of did it.
It was a very easy one for him
at the tower. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think it would have mattered.
No, I think if he came in, I think he might have died as well.
Yeah.
So maybe Nightfall even saving Miro's life there, stopping him from following up on jumping over towards the mid. But yeah, BetBoom, they really tried to force that. That gave Tundra all the time to react, and now
Pure
making the moves.
They've
got the finger burst. Indeed, they'll get themselves another Tundra. See if they'll lose Saxa here. The chains will connect, but Nightfall, he's in the area. 33's low on the mana though, so no chance for the setup's done. So they'll back off for now.
Quick stun from Save.
The sharpshooter as well.
Gets pulled from his buddy.
And they've got the snowball to dodge the sharpshooter again and onto Save. The song's there in time though. Kataomi.
Do they have chains up again?
They will. They could look to try and still find the opportunity to kill off the Storm. They get the root followed. The Burrow Strike comes in, but they'll get the kill. See if they can find Whitemon as well. He's able to get the punch up, running away. Sleight of fist, not enough to finish him off. Whitemon survives, but 33, he may just get left behind on this. He's not got a lot of mana. Not enough for a Burrow Strike. The chains are back up. They've got the Sandstorm up, but he will end up dying. Homing Missile chasing down Whitemon. It's going to be beyond the tier 2s. Homing Missile into a Sleight of Fist.
They got him.
That'll finish the job. BetBoom, they strike back.
33 ran out of mana. He actually completely ran out of resources when he went Blink Stun. If he had the Sandstorm there, perhaps they can continue fighting. But you can see Nightfall was hesitant to join his allies after that Blink Stun to try to save them. Great save from Katomi. Songs, stalls, waits for the chains to come back up, and they get the catch. We said this game was going to be pretty battle-heavy.
It's pretty chaotic. We're seeing both teams kind of push it a bit too far. You know, BetBoom around the mid, then that time Tundra trying to make something happen into BetBoom's jungle. Each side getting punished for each of their attempts here early on.
Lornoff about to hit a big timing. That Orchid is going to be... it's one of the faster ones. Even though he has died, he's still going to have it pretty much at this 13.5-minute mark once the courier comes back to him. So being able to gank the Ember, even annoying for a Dawnbreaker early on, this could make movements easier for them. I mean, easier for them, I say that. They overall have the ease of execution on their
draft. They just got so much. That's why I think it's going to be really difficult for Kiyotaka to play in these fights. So far, he's doing fine, only dying the twice.
But the one thing about him is that it's not a game where the Ember has to completely pop off, right? He's got a Gyro, he's got a Dawn, right? He's got these heroes that can overall super scale as well, too. And we're seeing Miero, after the Corrosion, he's not going full Auras like we saw him do the other day. He is going
look at this, Lornoff. It's an easy setup for him. It's going to be... unless the Solar Guardian can turn things around, it can't. Pure's gone.
Great play, again, from Tundra.
I mean, Lornoff's very low on the mana. TPs are coming in. Look at the opening. Can they save him?
33's here.
He's ready to jump straight in on the backlines. 33. They'll lose Lornoff. Can Tundra find anything against this? They're heavily outnumbered. They've got the dust down to 33. Tundra, they lose a second. The finger comes in from the side to burst through Kataomi. But overall, it will be Tundra losing 3.
like you said, sometimes overextensions do happen. They think they had more damage, but they don't have the numbers there. They don't have their DK. Nightfall's top.
It was obviously
like
a very appealing attempt for 33 to make that jump in, try and turn things. But I guess in reality, probably as a team, they should have just let the Storm die.
Probably, yeah. Just because is so many people that rotate. Saksa up top, he's got Nightfall with him, but there's already Kiyotaka.
I don't think he's getting out of this one, Saksa.
No. Another death for him.
So all in all, BetBoom continuing to get that little bit more when it comes to the early game kills. 16 to 8, 3K lead because of it.
And now he's got that Mage Slayer finished up already on the Ember. So overall, yes, his game can be difficult versus Lockdown, but he's going to reduce a ton of damage. As we already saw in that last fight, if I'm not mistaken, versus 33.
No.
That's why that Epi did not look as threatening as initially when it got the connection.
No, he's playing it really nicely. So far, Kiyotaka, I think, yes, a difficult game and a game that many Embers could get crushed pretty early on, but yeah, 4-2-5. It's looking great so far.
And save, also, you can't forget about this Hoodwink. We've been seeing a lot of these 4 positions just get these incredibly early Atos, which just causes big problems, because not only do they have extra catch, but these 4 positions are way tankier than you'd usually imagine, and he's pretty much got it done on save now on this Hood. Another extra form of catch, which they're kind of lacking. They're not completely lacking because they have this Ember, but
yeah, it's not the catch. Isn't terrible.
The same as Tundra.
Exactly. It's just when you look at like a Tundra lineup, you're like, wow, this team's got all the stuns.
Yeah.
But indeed, yeah, BetBoom's definitely not. It's not a problem.
No. Another element that Lornoff is going to have to play around. They're going to look to smoke up. They don't have. I mean, they have the shovel, so he's always got to refill if he wants to dig inside the river, of course. Tower will drop just a casual tower hit. To a catapult hit, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Kiyotaka, he's considering, he's like, do I need to get the BKB?
Oh, Kiyotaka, I mean, I love this guy because
Can he get away with something else?
He's a bit too aggressive
with the build.
This might be one of the times where just, you know, take the back foot. You might want to just go for that because
you don't want to see him just get like the Maelstrom. You think
maybe if he's able, if it literally is like, oh, there's no pressure, then he can do it. But we'll see. We'll see what he wants to do. Pure. Pretty much having that Aghanim's done after the crit, the treads, and the Falcon Blade. So a lot of early game items, 9,400 net worth. Nightfall, 0-0-0 in a 24-minute game.
I know quite a bit of action. You know,
Pano was talking about how sometimes Nightfall has these games where he can be a bit quiet and just play for that farming, but he has not been involved at all. He stopped. The only thing that involved him was him stopping the Solar Guardians. Besides that, it's just all been the creeps.
And of course, he's going with the armlet into the BKB. I gotta say though, I really liked it the other day when we were seeing, who was it, Satanic?
Satanic, yeah.
Doing the armlet Mask of Madness build to the point where I feel, especially if you're playing this style, you're getting this much space. Honestly, getting the Mask of Madness in between the armlet and the BKB, I feel like it probably doesn't even slow down getting that BKB that much when you're getting this much space.
I actually have to.
So it's just interesting how the different carries right now have this different approach, where you get where you get the mom or you skip the mom.
I think I saw him do the same exact thing the other day when he was actually like 0-0-0 in a game as DK and he was doing the BKB anyway. So maybe just the team makes the call that they want him to do that as well.
Sure. I mean, to make it work, we've got to see him do something with the team now.
With the BKB.
You prioritize getting the BKB rather than your farming, and you've obviously got the BKB at a very good time.
Because now look what he queues up. Now he's queued up the Master Madness. So he's like, all right, the game is actually quite slow. Maybe I should just have played for this super.
I think that indeed. I think he's probably thinking exactly that.
Yeah.
Because he could have. With the way it's gone, obviously, you can't always predict everything, and to be fair to him, BetBoom, they have had 16 kills so far. They've been pretty aggressive. Sure, most of those kills that have been happening because it's Tundra running into the BetBoom side of the map. Nightfall's not been involved or being caught in any action. But he almost certainly would have been able to get away with Mask of Madness into the BKB, which would have made his build a bit quicker and would have meant that the gap between him and Pierre might have been a little bit smaller.
Absolutely. Yeah, but it's really interesting. I love seeing when teams are like dynamically changing throughout the games constantly. Yeah. Every player seems to have their own way, or each team has their own way that they want to play with. Probably DK in particular. I think this is the one where I've seen quite a lot of different builds because we see Skeeter exclusively goes for like the blink every single game.
Yeah, and it works for him.
And it works for him.
The different sort of approach with the builds definitely works for the different players.
Top. 33. Does get the blink out. I think they maybe caught a sight of him for a second there. They're looking to sandwich on top of him. Maybe he's just going to start the Roche.
Okay. And Nightfall's going to use this space to take out the tier 1 mid, which will be able to finish out low. And
heads up move.
Yeah, Tundra's not going to do anything about the Roshan.
Looks like they just marked. And BB is going to go for a triple BKB timing unless Kiyotaka shifts his build. triple BKBs versus that heavy magical burst, heavy magical damage that can come. He switches it as soon as we're saying it, so feels like he wants to go greedy. I guess because he gets the Aegis. Okay.
Yeah, and I think this is perfectly fine.
That's fine.
As I said, so far he's not getting caught out, Kiyotaka, despite all the threats, and if he can get this full Shivas on top of it, even without the Aegis, it's hard to take him down the once. Like,
yeah.
This is a pretty tanky Ember with the Mage Slayer and the Shivas.
Yeah, and with the
good time.
And with Max Flame Guard now too, right? So he should be able to survive.
Even if he does get caught by the stuns.
Katomi
Okay.
seems to know.
Has he got any backup with him to help?
Always
try
got
and
the
do
solar.
this?
He needs one more if he wants to go for it.
He's going to try and start. Indeed, here comes the follow-up.
And
Solar Guardian. Yeah, but they've easily got enough damage with the three of them. Same time, Tundra will be able to steal the Tormentor.
Soxa gets it.
Radiant's courier.
Pretty decent one. Not fantastic by any means in this game in particular, but not the worst.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's
And how's
top
Lornoff
tower
doing?
is
He
under
does
attack.
have BKB done, so on the flip side too, on the side of Tundra, they have this double BKB. We did see, I think, 33's courier got sniped, but he didn't actually end up buying any of the components, so he's about to have Bloodstone. So we could see both teams kind of clash versus each other. Just BBT right now, having these BKBs could make it a bit complicated for Tundra to approach the fights unless they can kill a target before they get those off.
Radiant's top tower is under
Maybe.
attack.
Looks like they're going to just be able to steal this away. Soxa attempting for a walk-in.
Taking a lot of damage. He has managed to at least stop them from getting the Tormentor. Kiyotaka, he'll get out. They tried their luck at trying to steal it. They don't succeed.
Katomi comes out of nowhere and just throws a net onto him. It's like, where'd that angle come from? And they do have this aggressive ward down that Katomi was able to place on the high ground. We'll see if it gets dewarded early on around the triangle. Oh, 33 actually gets the shard too, so very nice.
Yeah, we'll close a bit of the gap. It was starting to grow between the two teams in net worth, with Tundra being able to get both of those shards.
Hey, that's very nice for 33. Rather than the Tusk getting it, he gets it. That's going to amplify him a lot when he's got the Bloodstone timing too. Yeah, these BKBs could be problematic though. It's going to block so much of the damage that comes out from Tundra besides from the DK. But talking about Nightfall, he's continuing to accelerate the farm. He's catching up to the Gyro. He's keeping at only 1k.
Now that the Mask of Madness is online, it really does speed up the farm very, very nicely.
And he's got the small crit too, so his damage is going to start adding up in the fights. So these BKBs are not the end-all be-all for the side of BB. And Lornoff about to have Shard too, so their damage is going to increase quite a bit here. So you have the Shivas yet. He's about to. BKB done on Pure. Things were accelerating massively early game. Now they've slowed down a decent amount here. Both teams trying to finish up these items, but Tundra looking for a potential catch if they can find the Dawn. But he's got BKB, so they have to chain stunts the sequence kind of.
He's got backup with him. Kiyotaka and save smoked up.
They're reading the move, and Lornoff.
Look at the chains opening. He's got the BKB. We'll see if he feels pressure to pop it. He does. He'll not mess around with this. Pop the BKB immediately. Trying to stand toe-to-toe with Kiyotaka, but he does not have the damage alone. He's going to have to go for the TP.
He gets caught!
Changes there again. The BKB comes to an end, and Kiyotaka able to catch him on the retreat.
Lornoff tried to push the limits of that BKB way too much.
He did. He underestimated sort of how tanky the Ember is. And alone just not close to doing enough damage to being able to threaten Kiyotaka.
Oh, great. Great there from Kiyotaka being able to jump knowing where he is. A 5k lead. Now they're getting momentum.
That's a rough play to make.
It is.
Yeah, that's not what you want to be seeing in the mid-matchup.
Taking a tier 2 as well now. That was Tundra trying to set up for a potential play, and they just get made the move on first. If he just BKB TPs, he can just get out, but... Or BK zip TP, because he does have to watch out for the Solar Guardian, I guess, in some of these instances, but either way. Gets punished for the greed.
I mean, yeah, he 100% could have bailed out if he wanted to, but misreading the situation.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And Pure just continues to play very aggressive because he has Katomi at his side, so he can just get a song reset. So he just continued to hit this tier 2 with only like 2 heroes around him. Tundra is going to look to set up. I believe they do know that they are splitting up a decent amount here, but they still have this ward in the triangle. 3 minutes that it's been up.
Oh, the amplified damage rune here for Nightfall.
That could be a call to go. Pure. He's got BKB, but he could just get chain stunned.
They get the opening Burrow strike. Can they get the follow-up stun in time? They can't. The BKB is off. Pure He's considering fighting back here as Katsuomi uses the song to try and set up the sort of situation for BetBoom. Miro turns with the star break over towards the Tusk. So they should be able to finish Whitemon first, and they'll go straight on over towards, and they'll get him. They will lose key attacker in return. Now the stun comes out onto Miro. Save trying for the TP out. If they've got anything in time to interrupt, they certainly do. Hex into Vortex. Tundra able to take the fight as BetBoom is caught a little bit by surprise there. Pure's able to react quickly with the BKB.
But he has to run after that BKB runs out. He can't jump into the fight. He's terrified because there's just so much magic damage and control. He literally has to run and watch his team just die on the sidelines there. Miro's probably like, please help me. You can see both of them attempting to make a move, but watch Pure on the top side. He just can't really get involved.
There's not a way to get around. Yeah, sort of the sandstorm, because he knows the 33 is around somewhere looking to drop the epi on them.
Like, look, he literally he didn't hit a single hero during that entire engagement. Tundra with the control.
Excellent team fight.
Nightfall now has pulled ahead.
Yeah, getting that sort of cleanup there, getting the double kill on the DK.
And his damage, it does accelerate massively once you start getting this type of scaling. He's almost level 20, Gyro level 18. DK's single target focus is way stronger overall than a Gyrocopter at this point. Can't talk. We'll find a catch. And they are about to have, I believe, the Solar Crest also. So Solar Crest plus the Drinking Buddies on Nightfall. What buff ups do they have for the Gyrocopter? I believe it's nothing. They don't have any of these damage amps.
They've got the setup on a 33.
Can they fit? Oh, big damage!
Warp and it pulled to the side here. Whitemon may be able to bail 33 out of there. He's healing up a little bit with the Bloodstone. But with the cooldown coming in, there's no further escape for 33 as the two of them may have ended up going a little bit too far out on the map on their own. As, yeah, BetBoom completely collapsing upon them.
Bringing the numbers there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
7 deaths for 33. Got quite a lot. And he's still farmed. The power of the Sand King. Playing super aggressive, getting caught. 4K lead for BB, but it still feels very even. Teamfight execution, it's crucial. And that kill does put Gyro back at that even net worth with the DK to get that acceleration. Wondering what item build it's going to be that comes out from Nightfall, because you probably anticipate that the Gyro is going to go for a butter pretty soon. So does he actually want to go for anything versus it, or are they just going to have like Lornoth go Bloodthorn later? I guess we'll have to see, because it's still a ways away. Of course,
but we'll see.
You probably want to get an MKB. Because he's got the AC queued, because that makes sense for his whole team, since it's a lot of physical damage coming from the 3 cores. But if he wants to just be that heavy hitter, he will need that MKB. Yeah, he's already purchased the Hyperstone.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But I mean, the Butterfly's not out by any means yet, so that right now it doesn't matter.
But you're going to know that Pure's very likely to be buying it, right? Like, well, what else would this Gyro be buying now?
Maybe like Satanic. Maybe you could think he's doing something like that, right? But ideally, you want to be able to just anticipate something like that.
That's true. Yeah, sure.
But yeah, we'll see. Because also, it's like if he gets an Elven Tunic, it's also devastating, because then you have like double evasion. Yeah, we'll see. They do have tons of control. So that
but if they can't get the hits in, and they can't kill this Gyro, there will be issues.
Yeah, we'll see.
Radiant's
We shall
bottom
see about
tower
that.
is under attack.
Just also the thing is when he gets the AC, look at his items. Like what does he want to get rid of? At that point, it's like you get rid of your Mask of Madness or your Armlet. You probably get rid of the Mask of Madness.
It's the Mask of Madness, yeah.
So
you have to get rid of.
You got to just switch that out. Which is okay. I mean, it's fine. But yeah, it could run into an issue in the next upcoming teamfight once he gets the butter, but we'll have to see in these next few moments. Miro also going to go AC. Finds Vindicator's Axe. Pure actually gets a Quiver, so just increased damage for him. And Nightfall got Paladin Sword, plus he's got the attack range now finished up as well. Roche is going to be the next thing that both teams probably look to fight around. It is coming back up in a second. Nightfall checks the pit, and it spawns immediately after he steps out. But BB already making the move up here.
To the point where Tundra, I don't know if they're ready for this sort of 5v5.
They're smoked up. They're bringing everybody.
And BetBoom, I feel just as a whole in a 5v5 team fight, going to be that much more scary.
Are scanning.
All depends on who gets jumped first. Eyes on the BKBs from the side of BB.
But if it's not Katsuomi getting jumped, he's always going to be able to kind of reset the fight with the song. It's difficult for Tundra to do this.
And it's a lot of heal that comes up from that song now, too. It's 7% per second since he's got the shard.
Nightfall.
Wrap around
He's
Nightfall.
going to dispel. They're going to look towards him first with the chains. They'll put the Dragon Form, get caught by the Bushwhack. They're going to try and move in over towards him. We'll get the
They'll pull him
BKB up, but he already took a hell of a lot of damage.
Pure's dead.
Pure, and at this point, here, Nightfall and Whitemon, they completely destroy him.
Oh my god!
Free Butterfly, no evasion at this point, of course. He is not a problem at all.
That's
but
that
this Dragon
buff.
to eat up. Mirror pops the Solar Guardian, but with Pure gone, there's no fight to be had anymore. But BetBoom, Kiyotaka also caught at the side. I don't think BetBoom expected to lose their gyro that quickly in that fight.
Whitemon clutched it up. This is what we were saying too, is the buffs that this DK can get. You can see that physical
crazy damage.
He just shredded him in seconds. He had drinking buddies, then he gets Solar Crest, and he just hits him 3 times. I think he got maybe, I didn't see if it was 2 crits, but he at least got 1. It just chunked him down. Pure not respecting that deeps.
No, I mean, I don't think BetBoom were expecting that to go down as it did at all.
He died, in 2 seconds of his BKB. He literally just died in 3 or 4 auto attacks that came out from Nightfall.
All right.
And now they get a Roche from it, and that was all the BKBs used, right? So that was the first usage from Kiyotaka. He dies, Miro uses his BKB, he dies, and Pure does. Tundra starting to claim good control of this game. And it's looking scary, even though if they do get the butterfly on Pure at this point, he saw the Eagle Song. So now if Nightfall wants to, he can itemize either for an MKB or he can go down the route of that Bloodthorn.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah,
he's switching it because he's got the hype. Oh, that's clever. So he doesn't have
this
to
works fine. Yeah,
that's actually cool.
And then with that, I mean, honestly, even without sort of the Juice Strike potentially before, if say this butterfly does come up before the next fight, Nightfall's not quite got the completed Bloodthorn. It's like maybe it doesn't matter because the hits do hit.
Pure
hit so hard.
They've got the
they can catch him outside.
He's dead.
Now they can push on.
BB, that's a long time that your gyrocopter's dead. Tundra are gonna knock on the front door.
Yeah, this push is gonna come in around this Aegis, no doubt about it. They're even ready to jump the high ground. They've got so many ways to kind of enter into the fight with these stuns. They can really push it aggressively whilst there's no gyro for a full minute.
And we've seen so many games, to be honest, where these Tusks, they go tag team just all about the lanes. The drinking buddies this game, he just pulled him out of the bushwhack, I think 2 or 3 times.
And here's the diving. You know, they could go for this. Mirror will come in with the Solar Guardian.
But they've got no gyro.
Oh, okay, big damaging does the table to take the storm down the once. 33 able to get the Sandstorm, the epicenter out as BetBoom will back off.
33 trying to zone them back. He's got BKB if necessary.
Nightfall a little low.
They're trying to push the limit while this gyro's
in.
They get the stun.
He gets the setup with the Vortex. The stun comes out. The damage is enough to kill Kiyotaka. Not quite. Kiyotaka's able to jump away with the Remnant. BKB comes to an end for Nightfall. They've got him with the root. Pull side here. Whitemon trying to keep his Dragonite safe, and he's succeeding. They get the punch up on a Miro. Miro gets taken down.
Nightfall.
They'll jump in and they'll jump out. Kiyotaka able to find the kill as they're able to take out both of them.
Tundra's got to run.
On a Nightfall are dealt with. Or enough going for the TP out on the cliff. 33's got the BKB, and he's got the TP, and there's nothing to stop it through it. So Tundra will be able to bail out with the rest of them.
Good buyback from Save.
Yeah, good defense. They don't even end up losing the tier 3. So whilst they can go for those aggressive dives, Tundra, this time, maybe a bit too much of it.
Yeah, just get punished. I think they underestimated how tanky Miro was, too. He actually just stood his ground versus that DK just beating on him. Same thing for the Ember.
They got so close to killing Kiyotaka.
They did.
I mean, we had the song come out, but
Big
just
heals.
before they had the BKB up on Nightfall, so he was able to get the hits in onto Kiyotaka. But yeah, he was indeed. The heals were just enough to outdo the damage.
And now it's BB going the other way. They have 40 seconds where there's no DK. They might be the ones to just poke onto that high ground. Lornoff gets rooted. They've got the chain stun.
BKB's on cooldown for 20 seconds.
Oh, Lornoff!
Oh, what?
What? I mean, he was zipping he zipped the direction he was facing, because otherwise he has to turn.
What, to dodge the homing missile?
Well, no, because he has to, like, you have to turn otherwise in order to get the zip off. So he tried to zip.
That's true.
Right?
That's true, yeah, you're right. Actually, a missile reconnected, but...
so I think if he
had
zips
to do
further towards them, then he can zip backwards.
Nah, you're right. It's one of those situations that looks very comical, but it was the only play that he really had in him to do.
It's the turn
he had to make that turn.
Yeah, exactly. So BB, all right, they'll get back the other way we go. They get themselves some momentum getting these kills, and that should be almost a butterfly for Pure. But as we said, Nightfall does have that Bloodthorn, but 40 seconds, no Storm. BB looking to control a bit of the map off of that kill. And starting to see Lincolns get picked up, so wanting to at least deal with, or at least on the Ember, wanting to at least deal with that instant catch that Tundra does have in at least one method. There's a lot of ways to break it.
Turning out to be a pretty crazy game, though, this one. This is a lot of back and forth.
It's the 2 super carries.
Yeah.
Gyro versus that DK.
Both could take it in this game. There's no doubt about it with the way that the actions ensued so far.
I mean, both just have a great supporting cast. It just Pure just doesn't have the same buffs. Yes, he's got the extra heals that are going to be coming up from the Naga, but the DK, you can see when he gets those buff ups how much like physical damage he can do on just one target with the Drinking Buddies plus the Solar Crest. So they've got to keep Pure protected. How close are they to the AC? Miero almost has it, so that'll also help a lot versus that hard physical damage.
BetBoom.
Just waiting on the high ground.
Who's going to step out? Pure will show himself. Tundra, they're going to know that BetBoom's all up here.
Pure, he does have the save of the Katomi always, but if they full BKB commit onto him and everyone just throws the kitchen sink onto him, they could still kill him as the song is going off.
Yeah, I think pre-Satanic is where he's still vulnerable. Once the Satanic's there,
out,
then there's that chance for the BKB Satanic to be popped in, even if the stuns or damage is coming in, he's going to be healing up enough.
I mean, the threat is also just like they have these double kind of ways to reset the fights with the Nagasan plus the Dawn ult. Tundra, gonna smoke up, gonna look for a grab. I think they did, I believe they caught wind of that one there.
Kasami could look for the song setup. But yeah,
I don't know if he wants to use a song for setup. I think he needs to use it for reset. It's a little crazy.
Okay.
Unless they catch like the 2 supports in the back.
Yeah,
that
because I get
Soxa, he gets caught first. They've got to force. Lornoff.
Get the control onto him. He's got to put the BKB. Lornoff's going to try and turn and fight into this, but he's taking a lot of damage. He's got to be careful how close he gets. The song comes out from Katomi. See if they can find any setup at the back of this BetBoom. They stick around. The Hex opening, it's there onto Pure. They get the opening onto Nightfall.
He's just deleted.
He's gone. And Pure, he's full HP, ready to fight. Pops the BKB. Looks over towards 33. 33 trying to take down Katomi. He's healing up a hell of a lot with the Bloodstone. He's going to go for the TP out in the tree line. Is there anything to find him? There is. They'll get him with the root.
Beautiful song. That's the way you want to use it.
Absolutely.
As soon as you see one, you get them isolated afterwards.
Yeah, this
line goes
time
down.
it was Nightfall getting dealt with.
Wait, what just burst the DK? Was this like the Hoodwink as well? He took an insane amount of damage. My Death Summary is not working.
We might be able to catch the replay.
Because he was getting hit by multiple targets, but I feel like Save Snipe did like half his HP.
And the push coming in now from BetBoom. There's a buyback available on 33, but Whitemon and Nightfall, they don't have buyback.
Yeah, Hoodwink Sharpshooter, ready? 1440 magical damage.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the Hoodwink did by far the highest damage to him, besides all the little instances from everybody else.
Yeah, I guess what with the add up of like the Shivas reducing the magic resist.
Goodness.
And then allows that to hit that hard.
Because he literally just went, he went like 100 to 0 almost instantly. And now to the high ground.
They're getting a lot.
They've got 30 seconds still.
They got the top step. Now they're over towards the mid. Satanic's online for Pure. Now it's going to be very hard to take him down.
Yep.
But just goes to show that just that one lost fight, they lose so much off the back of it. It's 2 sets of racks gone.
That was crazy. Lornoff, maybe he needs some armor. Yeah, he has a Witch Blade, but he walked next to Pure and just almost dies to the casual flak hits. The initial go did not hit. And it really is, the support's getting caught first. Soxa got caught at the initial go that they had to play a little weird to react on the side of Tundra to try to bail him out, and then they just get the song set up perfectly onto both supports, essentially. They kill the one, and then they trap the Tusk to not be able to save the Gyrocopter and get the full lockdown.
Yeah, because if you do the maths right, there was a lot adding up, right? There's the
Grove Bow.
Reduced magic resistance because the Grove Bow hit, the active of the Shiva's Guard, increasing the damage taken from spell damage, the Boomerang, and also the Ceremonial Robe that Katomi had.
Oh, I didn't even see that Katomi had Ceremonial.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so if you put that all together,
big amp,
then you're getting your 1400 damage Sharpshooter hits.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? Because I saw his health, and I was like, no way Gyro is hitting a DK that hard. That was pretty cool.
Here I am.
Dire's top tower.
And now Save's got a Glype. Well, I mean, he's got a Glype on top of 2,000 gold. Start transitioning even more into a bigger carry. Nightfall will pick up a Mindbreaker. Stacks up. He plays way out of this.
I don't know if he can. Very, very close though.
Radiant
And
are
Rosh is going to be
scanning.
spawning very soon. Pure already in the area. Pure also did find Aviana Feather, so Butterfly on top of that evasion. Yeah, they've got the
Yeah, he's good
Bloodthorn,
now.
but
He's
fine.
He's kind of through the rough patch of, we had that one play up top by the Roche where he got dealt with very quickly. That's unlikely to happen at this point.
this Tundra, can they even make it to contest? I doubt it. It's just dying way too quick.
They got to just prepare for the high ground defense because this next push from BetBoom, it's going to hurt.
Oh, and maybe you just give... Do you give Miro the Aghanims too?
Immortality.
I think you do. More of... Oh,
Or
okay,
do you
they
give it to
Key Attack.
Save for the double sharpshooter?
Nah, Key Attacker takes it.
Wait, did he?
Yep. They gave us the Ember.
Oh yeah, he did, sorry.
Tool to teach.
I was confused because Pure ate his at the same exact time. So I was like, wait, are you sure about that?
Oh,
But
yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, so. Enabling Kiyotaka more. Sure, why not? He's had a pretty darn good game versus all these disables. I'm gonna say that.
He's got back up with the Solar
Does have the
Guardian.
Solar.
They can't kill him under the safety of that. Now they can turn, look towards Saxa. Saxa,
Going down.
he's out without buyback.
And now they've got a pretty
And they can
commanding
change
lead.
connection. He
Another
might have to
catch.
BKB. We'll see how threatened he feels long enough. No, okay, he feels that there's nothing else to follow up the chains, and he'd be correct in that. There was nothing else in range. But now they've got to try and defend 4 versus 5.
Lornoff doesn't feel like he's doing any damage anymore at all. Even though they don't even have pipe, but it just feels like they just are way too tanky to be able to deal with this Storm Spirit's damage. And the way that they reset the fights with Katomi.
Yep, the Naga Siren factor is definitely a huge part of it, as we saw in that last one in mid.
There's a reason this hero has 100% contest rate at this tournament. Just all the different things you can do with it. Pure,
Gonna try and burst through the Jar of the Wands.
they're trying, but the
The
Song
Storm
again.
comes out. Pure's healing up. We'll see how BetBoom want to set up for this. They're going to look over towards the Storm. They've got him caught at the side of the BKB. It's able to be there in time. Lornoff has to BKB and back away, though. He can't fight into them. Lightmare comes out, makes the connection onto Nightfall.
33 pump fake in the ult.
10 seconds until Sax is back up. They'll have the full 5-man, a bit better chance of getting catch on to BetBoom. And BetBoom, they'll respect this. They'll back off.
Especially without Song, they're going to be a bit hestant. Because then the full commit can come from Tundra without Song. And without Solar Guardian, but it's coming back up. He's got the level 25 on this Dawnbreaker too, so he can keep spamming Starbreaker inside fights, even just to refresh his ulti. So yeah, it's back up. So they're actually looking again, even without Song, perhaps.
Oh, full Scardy on the Dawn.
That's a cool pickup there. When you're playing versus double range cores, when you're playing versus a sustain, a Sand King.
Yeah, I mean, this sort of builds like kind of the Dream Dawnbreaker
really cool.
build, where you've been able to go full right-click. The stats, they're crazy. You know, when you have the
Yeah.
armor on, you have like 4,800 HP on this Dawnbreaker.
Catch, Saxa.
Saxa's looking very dead. They won't be saving him. Same time down bottom. Actually, was hoping to get the Ghost Step off, still dies through it. Bottom, they nearly found a chance to punish Kiyotaka, but he's able to BKB and Remnant out. So still not quite being able to take any through from BetBoom in these final few moments that seem to be building up. It's 21k gold lead for BetBoom. Still got 2 minutes with the Aegis. It really feels like they're one good push away from closing this game up.
Absolutely. Just waiting for that mistake that comes out from Tundra, just waiting for them to show on that high ground. Still 2 minutes on the gyro. DK's hit 25, so his survivability's gone up, but I'm agreeing with this from Nightfall. The Bloodthorn's not enough. You need more True Strike. You need the MKB as well, just to be able to full focus fire this gyrocopter. He's still a ways away.
They're just going to step up. Play aggressive here with the range of the Aegis. Right, the jump here, Lornoff, he's going to look over towards Save. He's going to try and go for the backlines, commits in with the Orchid.
Got Pure.
They won't manage to get the kill onto Save. And indeed, the Aegis has been taken out of the hands of Pure. 33 revving up the epicenter.
Pure could be in trouble.
It's going to come to an end. They get him with the Burrow Strike, 33.
He's gone.
Kill him. Nightfall brings in the damage, brings in the crits. They'll be able to push back BetBoom here, Tundra, as they keep this game alive. They'll even get the catch on a Kiyotaka.
Nightfall's damage still ridiculous if he's
crazy.
sitting on his high ground, if he's able to stand his ground attacking.
I mean, they can run it down a lane now. They can at least force out one of these buybacks, maybe even 2. There isn't even a buyback available on Miro.
Oh, this game is just delivering. Lornoff, I guess he's like, you know what? Save is the issue. He's making Nightfall not able to play the team fights. Now Nightfall's able to stand
look
his
at the
ground
damage
fully.
he does, and great setup here for 33, preparing the epicenter,
And look at
getting
that
him with
big
the Burrow
damage.
Strike, and yeah, it doesn't matter. If you're Pure, you can't do anything at that point when you just get controlled. Your BKB Satanic's on cooldown, and the damage from Nightfall's flying your way.
And the best is, like, Nightfall now is like, never mind, I don't need MKB anymore after that. I clearly don't need extra True Strike.
Yeah, this is a crazy game.
This
Back
game is
and
nuts.
forth, and no Shona when it would stop. That looked like as good as any of a point where BetBoom might have been able to close it up, but they don't. Tundra.
They might
They
lose.
defend.
Wait, they use Glyph. They might go for tier 4s. They might be forced to use buybacks on both cores.
Surely you're going to have to buy back anyway.
I mean, they're going to go high. They're going to go in.
At least one of them has to buy back. Probably both of them have to buy back. One, I don't know if one's enough. It depends how much Tundra want to push it.
They're going to settle with one.
Let's see how careful Tundra play, because they could try and push out the second.
They're going to go for 2 sets of racks. They'll just force that one buyback from hitting tier 4s. BKB on Nightfall's back up in about 5 seconds.
Kiataka's got to be very careful.
Oh my god, he's pushing the limits.
Yeah, that is risky. Alright, they'll hold off on the buyback. At least from Pure. He won't have to use it. They lose 1.5 set of barracks.
Back to even we go.
I mean, BetBoom, they could go straight out and try and catch them.
But do you want to? You need to not let Nightfall attack. That's the key thing. If Nightfall's attacking, you're going to lose a fight probably.
And it's harder now because they've now got the double blinks right.
They do.
They've got in fact, the full overwhelming blink was the option at the end of the day from Nightfall rather than trying to slot in an MKB.
And Laura.
And Whitemon's also got his blink, so the save potential is real.
Pure's feeling like he needs a rapier now.
You need it. You absolutely do. Even when you've got that, you just got to make sure and hope if you BetBoom that Pure doesn't get jumped and burst, because he will still die.
Their damage ramped up so much on the side of Tundra just in a few moments because they got literally, what, 20,000 gold?
It was 20,000 gold. They were 20k ahead. Look at that.
Literally. So Lornoff is now 26, so he's got the insane talent that he gets, of course, with that Overlord bounce, and he pretty much has Parasma, or a Hex.
Okay.
Or sorry, Parasma and a Hex. And Sand King's about to 25. Another jump.
So with the Burrow strike onto the two of them, Katomi getting caught very low. He's gone. Has got a buyback available. He uses it straight away. They'll get the Hex out on towards Kiataka. They're coming with a follow-up punch. The finger as well. They've got the burst. Kiataka, he's out. Dead for 2 minutes. No buyback on him. Save, dying to the epicenter at 33. Miro will be able to BKB TP out, but now they've got to try and hold 3 versus 5.
Just far too much damage. They focused the Naga Siren perfectly. They got the disable. I believe they got the silence after the Greaves, so he couldn't actually get a reset.
But we're seeing as well.
No Ember. That's dangerous.
And late game, just the amount of the stuns and lockdown. We're seeing it in play from Tundra. Maybe you would have expected kind of more of it to be happening early on, but it's actually these sort of later portions of the game where you're really feeling the fact that everybody has got a way to set up, and especially at this stage where the BKB durations are low, it's difficult for BetBoom. Somebody's going to get caught, and they will get destroyed with Tundra having the damage they do now. All
right, Pure, the Rapier's online.
3 versus 5.
He could just die in a stun, though.
What can Pure do? 33 is able to get the jump in. The songs come out.
Miro's still dead because of the Bloodthorn damage. Oh my god.
Got buyback available. He's going to have to use it.
Building's dropping fast.
I mean, Pure used Flak at the same time the song was used, so it's still on cooldown. He's going to have Flak back up in a second, Pure.
Look at this damage.
He gets caught in the vortex into the stun. He's gone. It's over. Tundra. Fantastic stuff from them here as a very quick turnaround of this game occurs. I think it was like, a few minutes ago that BetBoom had a 20k gold lead, and then bam, just like that, Tundra turned it around between Tundra and BetBoom. And yes, not about spooky, but we're certainly got some spooky heroes on BetBoom. They go with the Medusa, they get themselves that Brood Mother. But overall, seems like people are liking what Tundra did in response to this.
Yeah, I mean, giving it the last pick, Monkey King, with their Pango pick, could be a big oversight. We'll see how the lane ends up going, but it's been a disastrous pretty much every time we've seen. And just not even the lane, right? The overall game plan, playing Pango versus Monkey King can be very complicated into the Woonkongs. And it's a Diffusal buyer, so it feels like it does tick like a triple box that they kind of wanted to fit with that last pick for Tundra. But let's see if BB can make magic happen, because last game they did make some magic happen.
They got a good lead.
They ended up dying in that high ground push because of all the stunts. But Tundra does have comfort. They absolutely do, with this type of double greed that they create gold out of nowhere, like Lacoste was saying, and the stacks from the SD. And yeah, the Monkey King kind of dictating the pace. It'll be eyes on Lornoff to see how well he does, which he should do super well. But if BB can somehow slow down some of that momentum, that's where their draft can thrive. And the top lane, this will be one that I'm going to be looking at in particular, see how Miero is going to be able to do versus that Alchemist if he can actually slow down Nightfall at all. Because he's got a good, powerful duo with him, right? He's got the Hoodwink with him, so one of the more potent ones. Right now, they do have 3 to start up here, so might want to start with the First Blood, it looks like.
I don't want to try, but Miero seems pretty prepared.
Yeah.
So, unlikely. I mean, as you see, stepping up a little bit.
Can they do enough?
I mean, these Dota2, yeah, they're not
Can't
going to
get the
quite be able to
cog.
kill him. They give it an effort, they give it a try, but it's not going to succeed. Miro's fine.
And 33 overall bottom, he actually got the range creep in front, so the lane's going to shove out really hard into him as this Doom. I saw Katomi was trying to just bully him a little bit, but at level 1, you can't just like kill this Doom immediately. So he's going to have that double creep wave pretty much pushing into him, which is going to be super nice for 33 off at the start. See if Soxa wants to sap any of that experience, or does he just want to like pull waves and still continue to manipulate?
Well, the lane ended up meeting in a pretty awkward spot here on the top lane. How both teams, both supports were kind of dragging the creep wave with them.
Good old lane manipulation. I'll keep some eyes on mid, but this one it's gonna.
It should be the Monkey Kings.
It's gonna be pretty one-sided, I would imagine. The first few levels you can handle it as a Pangolier sometimes, but then once that level 3 comes out, it just the denies start to really rack up. But let's see if Kiyotaka can make some magic happen in lanes, because he has done some really good stuff on some of his lanes. Usually when he has an advantage, but top. They do get the disruption save. He's only level 1.
That's a lot of damage with the acid spray and the concoction, and it's enough to find first blood for Tundra.
Ooh, he had to be way more careful. As soon as that Alk hits too, they're just gonna go. Big burst damage. Soxa. Looks like he
Well, they've got the blood grenade.
should go down.
Dire's courier has been killed.
That gets
Likewise,
my
the level 2 has hit down bottom. Katomi
instant move.
also got a lot of kill potential with the shards. And that tag team.
Both those 4s making a bit of a slip up, not respecting the level 2 that can come out. Means 33 is going to get more levels, though. And he does love his levels when he is playing in this Doom. Playing with that level question mark pain, of course. I know he's not really the one that goes the Amar build. He doesn't do the S&Y Alpha Wolf to beat people
Not the
down.
right-click stuff, no.
It still does add up. You can't ever scoff how much damage a Doom can do with these extra right clicks.
They're trying to fight this here. Saxa caught in the shards once again. As he tried to go aggressive, he's going to get caught in the root. He's gone.
Brought down again, and he's going to have no TP to return.
Yeah, keeps losing these trades against the two of them.
Seen a couple of these times with Soxa where he does die back-to-back in the laning phase. Seeing him have some struggle in a few situations. So roll 33. He's still getting a good amount of Doom. He actually got the Lotus because of that death, so... I mean, Soxa obviously doesn't want to die there, but at least they get something out of it for the Doom. And they are going to have 2 very successful lanes, as we are seeing right now. The Alk with that start, that little like tri-lane thing that they started getting that first blood to. He's top of the CS, top net worth, and Monkey King is dominating mid lane as expected. So as long as they don't feed bottom, the recipe is looking pretty good for Tundra.
Exactly. That's the biggest concern for Tundra is just how much the Medusa is going to be getting.
Yeah.
Of being involved in those sort of early game kills.
Because with this type of start for Nightfall, unless he literally just plays over-aggressive and walks under tower and gets bushwhacked, he shouldn't die. He shouldn't die or shouldn't get slowed down up here too much now versus his Broodmother. He's already got, I believe, his phase boots coming out. He's going to have the Soul Ring very early on. Trying to get the connect pull, but nice play from Save. He's trying to stop it, but he can't get all of the creeps. So they'll only get 3 of them. 2 of them will get denied to the neutral. And Kiyotaka, he's trying his best to manipulate creep waves. We've seen some players just like, you don't even play the lane when you have this type of horrible matchup. You just try to cut creeps. But Monkey King, he's not a hero that, like an Earth Spirit or a Monkey King, when they have a bad matchup, they can just rotate it to a lane. Like, this is a hero that you want to try to still get stuff out of your own inside the laning phase. And he still is at least level 5. So all things considered, I mean, yeah, his CS is quite sad, but he's getting at least some okay experience. Nightfall. They're going to try to go aggro on him. He's just too tanky.
Yeah, too high on the HP at the moment. Completely
And
attempt. Miro's got to be careful.
She just takes quite a bit of damage inside that acid spray.
Bottom lane, 33.
He's got
getting
the Lotus.
Lotus. And indeed, he'll be okay. He'll keep us cool. Saxa trying to come in to help out.
Top, save. Gets caught by the stun. Stepped up just a bit too far, got disrupted. They have the setup for it back to back. And they're going to have regen now as well. Nightfall gets salved up. It's like a half salve, so it's not a full regen, but the 2 lanes going very successful for them. The Medusa is farming well, but Doom, we know what Doom does. He gets stuff anyway, prints money out of nowhere. They'll fill Kiyotaka's bottle. And the only way that they can actually go for a play here is if they bring 3 heroes to look for the Monkey King.
Saxa.
He's going to get caught again.
I'll get the cogs out. But
Snake.
To save him, he should be fine.
Should be right.
Oh, for now at least. I mean,
Alright,
Katomi,
Katomi's
he's going to keep the chase up here for sure.
He does have boots. He's going to at least check the rune. Lornoff might be able to get it. Will he be able to go for Katomi here? Saxa is still around.
He's very low though, Saxa. Shots are out. I mean,
the tag team with the illusions.
and Lornoff, he can't quite kill Katomi off immediately. He's going to continue to chase.
He's got a boundless.
Yeah, he'll have to drop it just to secure the kill. There was the threat of Kiyotaka coming in with the Rolling Thunder. So they get the trade.
But Saxa dies again for the third time. He's all three of those deaths for his team so far.
They get set up once more with a concoction.
Nice dodge of that bushwhack Nightfall.
Mira has to run, and he can't. The poison stacks up. Indeed, he's gone. Kiyotaka comes in with the rotation, and the swashbuckle finds Whitemon.
That's a good kill. It's a killing spree. Saxa.
7 minutes.
He's being sneaky. They also are bringing the Monkey King, so they're doing what we've seen a couple times from these MKs. Go for a Steel Wisdom Rune if you have such a good lane. And now Kiyotaka perhaps getting set up on. Yeah, battery assault.
The bushwhack is going to get the chance for the shield crash into the Rolling Thunder.
Can they get the Wisdom save?
Saxa's trying to head over. They'll be able to jump in. Lornoff's able to grab it.
Katomi steals the other one, though.
The Rolling Thunder continues. Saxa, he's dead again.
That's 4.
Lornoff, he got what he came for. Gets the Wisdom Rune, and he's going to be fine.
But on the flip side, yeah, Katomi was able to snag it, so a 1-for-1 Wisdom exchange. Nice rotations. Especially from Kiyotaka here. You know, a lane that's very rough for him, but he's doing 0.
Around.
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe we're thinking about going for the balance into maybe Nightfall, have the concoction follow, but save Swank. He came back across.
They're going to deward that immediately.
Yeah, stop them from being able to go in for that aggressive play.
Almighty money.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very cool moves. I love this rotation from Kiyotaka, as we said. You know, it's not the easiest to make these rotations early as a Pango, but he did get the 6. He is queuing up that Diffusal Blade for himself. He's trying to go down that aggressive route versus the Doom and Alchemist. Diffusal is very valuable this game versus the two of them, but could fall into some dangerous position here. Because he is going to be very fragile as this Pango. Where's the rune? It's a shield. The disruption. Lornoff's going to want to chase.
He's going to try.
Radiant's middle tower
At least tries
is
to
under
get the
attack.
Jingu, but juke around there from Kiyotaka. Won't happen. And Deuce is in a position where she's ahead of the Alk currently at the moment because of these kills, because of the absolute free farm that Pure is getting. 61 last hits.
Yeah, it's just very little pressure on him down bottom.
0.
They tried earlier, but those early deaths that they had happen on this bottom lane, Tundra, very much meant that just having the chance to slow down this Medusa, it's only going to come now when they come in with the rotation from the Monkey King.
It's to be anticipated, though. They did get the Medusa pick versus the Doom, which in most games is not only just about the game in the lane, it's also very strong to play versus Arrow again. There's a disruption.
That's the entire the Spider army there cleaned up by the Boundless Strike as well by Lornoff.
Kiyotaka's here.
They've got the Rolling Thunder. They have got the backup.
They don't have the damage, do they?
Let's have a look. Katomi, pop the shards down. Rolling Thunder comes in once more, straight over towards Lornoff. Lornoff trying to stand his ground. He'll get the Boundless up. He's pretty much back up to full HP. They can't kill the Monkey King. And now BetBoom, they're the ones that's losing heroes.
5
Kiyotaka cannot escape this. Jump forward. They clean up the 3 of them, and Tundra lose nobody.
Oh, and Nightfall gets both of the kills as well. Now he's pushed up ahead of that Dusa. I mean, Lornoff, as soon as he gets the Jingu off, you can feel it's like, uh-oh, they definitely don't have the damage to bring him down unless they bring the Dusa, but I doubt Pure wants to make a move up there. Tundra, they respond with 5.
Yeah, that's rough.
They do see Nightfall bottom, but he shoves it out too fast. Katomi can't actually go for a pressure play. Maybe get a ward or potentially look for something that you can scout the Alchemist, because he is going to go jungle now and does have some stacks to enable him as well. Talisman of Evasion's already done. And overall, that Brood pick that they wanted, because they did pick it into the Alk. They wanted to be able to pressure this Alk to slow him down. That concept did not work so far.
Saxa. And up around the power in spawn. It's going to be a Whitemon ending up grabbing it. And he pushes forward Saxa here with help of Nightfall.
Kiyotaka's stuck.
He is.
He is stuck.
Everything's on cooldown. He's got nowhere to jump out of this.
Ooh,
I mean,
and another.
With Kiyotaka gone, that means Lornoff's got the freedom to continue to dive for more. They'll look for Katomi underneath the tier 1 tower. He's trying to run, but he's not living it. He's not getting out of this one. Katomi's going to be going down. He's not even able to bring Whitemon with him. It's just more kills for Tundra that they're picking up.
This Monkey King's going to be a big issue. The Diffusal Blade's online now. Kiyotaka, he did make a couple, like the first move that he made, he could get the 2 kills, but now those 2 mess-ups, they're going to hurt him so much. He's going to be super fragile because he's going down the Diffusal build as Pango. Doesn't feel like he can go a different one. And with Lornoff having defuse already, he's just going to roam. He's just going to make moves everywhere, and Pure has to feel a bit threatened too. If he finds him, he can kill him.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those games where it's all on the Deucer. You know, it's
all
early days, but it's
not
going to be can Pure 1v5 this game.
Pretty much. And he is versus that Alchemist who's going to be able to farm super fast, and a Doom who... in 33, he didn't die in the lane. That's
he
the
did
thing.
not die.
Yes, the clockwork, you know, Saksa, he did have maybe 1 or 2 deaths that were avoidable, but at the end of the day, it did its job to be able to allow the Doom to get this type of position. He's level 9, so he's having a fantastic time. Overall, the game plan from BB is just not working. You can see the pressure they're feeling.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think Tomy had that type of
yeah,
physics
that was the true despair.
Yeah. They're probably like, uh-oh, we have an I mean, they're definitely feeling that problem there for the Pangolier in particular. And the Brood, right? They picked, the Brood and the Pango were picked afterwards to respond to Tundras, and both of those are the ones that aren't working so far. Not pressuring the Alk at all, and getting last picked Monkey King in a good Monkey King game.
No, things are definitely not going to plan for BetBoom.
Saksa, maybe he dies again for the 5th time.
He might.
But it doesn't feel like it's giving them too much, just besides some extra gold for Pure, which is good, of course, but
it's all on Pure.
It's all on Pure. And he's not, as you said, it's not the easiest game either. He's playing versus Shadow Demon. He's playing versus this farmed Monkey King, Miro. So let's lose the spiders. This will be a true test to see how Pure can do.
Got it.
Lornoff just gonna force the ult.
Wait it out. He's still gonna get caught by the stun.
But forcing a Stone Gaze, it's a pretty sizable cooldown that they could look to make a move around it. There's that Radiance, so the farm for Nightfall is gonna start to skyrocket pretty fast. I did see 33 was taking the stacks away from him, so he was the one that grabbed the most of them that were made in the jungle, but he's got a Midas stun too, so the greed for Tundra, it's paid off massively.
Look at that, that's quite a crazy amount of spiders that have been killed this early on. It's given him 500 gold so far.
That's quite a bit.
That's a lot of cash.
Yeah, that adds up. They'll find Saksa again.
I mean, at this point, it feels like this is just part of the plan. And Saksa's like, right, guys, I'm going to keep dying, and we will win this game.
Yeah, they're like, I'm giving info.
It's some big brain stuff. It might unironically be exactly that.
I really think so.
So far, it's great. You know, Tundra are doing fantastic, and BetBoom, despite how many times they kill Saksa, they're not doing a whole lot.
No. Yes, Pure's net worth is inflated a bit because of it, but it's not that inflated when you see the Alchemist.
Yeah.
And this is hot stuff here from Tundra. Now starting to pressure mid. Nightfall. His timings are going to be ridiculous because he's got no pressure on him whatsoever so far in this game. And where's the pressure really going to come from? It's, like you said, it's going to be Pure, but that's usually not the best case for when you're playing versus an Alchemist to try to slow him down. Miro starting to get a little momentum. So maybe it's also Miro once he's able to get that Orchid timing, but it's going to be so delayed. The Manta from the Alch probably comes out at the same time.
Yeah, this tower's gone.
Yep.
So Tundra able to take the tier 1 bottom.
And they're going to instant smoke. They're going to look for plays, maybe look for the top, look for that spider.
See if they can find Miro.
Yeah, this will be the true test to see how OP Deuce can be. Swinging. Will they find anything? Lornoff, smoked up.
They might get saved. Lornoff actually doesn't want to commit for this.
Little hesitant. Doesn't want to jump in.
He's aware that the Orchid timing could be there for Miro, and it is.
It is.
See the Orchid's out on the spider.
He's got a point saved up on Lornoff too, so just to point it out. He does have Wukong if necessary.
He jumps in. There'll be a snowball to give him a bit of time, a bit of protection, but the Wukong's command is laid down into the boundless.
It's perfect.
I mean, that was not the play there for Kiyotaka. Totally underestimating the opportunity for Tundra to turn.
Save has to just run away, and
Miro's
now
in trouble. They're
chasing
chasing him down. He's able to get over the tree line in time, and that should save him.
Lornoff might commit, though. He does have some jumps.
He was close to maybe getting the boundless there.
Miro should be able to kite around it. Tundra
taking the Ancients.
Tundra's the one dictating pace when you have an Alchemist and a Doom with a Midas. That just more and more concerns for the side of BB. And Kiyotaka, he did jump in there.
He goes fully in.
Yeah, and we see how fragile he truly is. Sure, you've got a snowball save for a moment, but it ends up just setting up for that Wukong's even more so. I mean, yeah, this last big Monkey King, it really just is perfect, and he's having a flawless game, 5-0-4. Gonna have a BKB very early in the game too. I like that he's gone this defensive route because he knows that Orchid's there and he's playing versus Pango. Pure will start to poke mid. He's got the backup of his team, but my goodness, an 8K gold lead at the 16-minute mark. That is pretty crazy. And yeah, the ways to kill Lornoff, it has to be now, before he gets the BKB. If they can kill him pretty much in the next minute or so before he has it finished, that's their best option to do so. But he's playing in a very safe position. He got a little scared. Kobold, I think, scouted him for a second there, so he just leaves one creep. Mero's going to try to get some momentum onto this top tower. 33 does have a blink up here. Saksa.
All part of the plan.
He'll die again. All part of the plan. 7 out of the 8 deaths is him, but
yep.
Up top.
The rest of the team, they're doing good stuff. They're able to get saved. They're going to be able to push BetBoom out of the jungle.
This reminds me of the when we used to see like the snaking deaths on Falcons. It's happened less lately with the way that they play, but Snake used to be like that super sacrifice. Sox is literally just the pure sacrifice this time around. Kiyotaka, I see he's holding his gold, so he's, I think, maybe wanting to go for that blink, because their initiation is quite awkward on the side of BB at the moment without him having that blink dagger. But Tundra accelerating things even faster. As we said, Nightfall, the Manta's done. Super farmed. They've got BKB on Monkey King. It looks like they're just going to go for forcing this Roche.
What does BetBoom have to say about this?
Fighting into Wukongs around Roshan.
Yeah, they might have to pass it up.
Like if Pure walks in, he's just going to get his whole mana burned. Unless they can get some type of crazy positioning with Kiyotaka, but that's unlikely. And Kiyotaka's executing Ags. Okay, so opting away from going that initiation tool, maybe wanting to be a bit tankier. But that's going to be a ways away.
They'll be able to slowly but surely take this one.
Tundra making it look pretty clean so far this game.
So this Roche, they can definitely start cleaning up probably at least 2 tier 1 towers, maybe even a tier 2.
Maybe just can start looking for straight up team fights rather than just getting pickoffs as well.
Get better.
Saksa
does have the 7, or has the 6 in particular, the hook shot to get some extra catch. Pure is still avoiding every gank, so he is still quite farmed. It just, is he going to be able to do it with versus a good amount of these counters, the SD and the Monkey King in particular.
Kiyotaka, he's going to have to roll and TP.
Get up. No Rolling Thunder, 60 seconds. But they're not in a position to force anything, and do they even feel like they need to with the way that they've been able to build the greed?
Radiant are scanning.
Maybe if they can find Miro top. I've tried a few times to find him, but he's been doing a good job of avoiding the moves himself.
And Nightfall has Blink Dagger, so that always just, I mean, this is a standard build for Alk, of course, too, but they have three different ways to jump on top of this Medusa now, so it does feel like they do want to find extra kills, if they're given to them. But BB, playing split up, not really allowing them to get that yet. Saksa will go for a jump.
That's the team not too close.
Nightfall's trying to catch back up, but he is in range.
He's able to get the blink stun off. He's in with the concoction. They get the boundless strike down the middle. That's Kataomi out, and the tier 1 to fall.
He was so far away when the hook shot initially got there, but extra move speed, he gets there in time. And swinging quickly over. Tormentor up in 5 seconds.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That should be a pretty easy steal for Tundra.
Kiyotaka, he commits, so he's almost got the Aghanim finished, to be honest. So it's going to make him a bit tankier.
I mean, BetBoom's heading over. Save is going to try and throw in a spell, but they're going to jump over towards them straight away. The Doom down onto Kiyotaka. Pure will put the Stone Gaze. They've caught them under the tier 2. They haven't quite finished the Torment. They're just going to turn towards it, finish the objective off. They'll get it.
Do they want to walk into this Wukong's?
A little bit low some of Tundra.
They're going to flank around the Wukong.
Whitemon going for the TP out, and he's away just in time.
Do they all get out?
They do. They got what they came for. They get the Torment to get the Shard, and they don't lose anyone.
And they don't overextend. A good a good patience that comes out there from Tundra. I thought maybe they're going to overcommit looking for some extra kills because they did throw this Doom out, but no, they played patient. Maybe someone makes that call. Don't dive past tier 2, don't give extra kills, just get the Tormentor, play it safe. And that's exactly what they do. Stone Gaze forced, but nobody ends up dropping. That is Kiyotaka's items. Yeah, that's going to make it, though. He's going to have to roll into a Wukong's without getting the initial initiation. How close is Tusk to Blink? Not quite there either. So overall, Tundra has a huge advantage in terms of being able to start fights as well. Pure, I believe that is the butterfly finish, so he does have a timing to play around. They're going to go for the catch anyway. Bit risky.
They get the shards onto Laurenov.
He's got BKB.
3-man Boundless Strike. The pushback gets him into the punch. We get the BKB off. Now he's ready to look to turn. He's in onto Kataomi, building up the Jingu mastery, but has to back off now with Pure pushing forward.
And his butterfly timing it's a bit scary for them to walk right into. Nightfall.
He's getting turned towards it with the Rolling Thunder and the bushwhack. He gets the Chemical Rage off, so he's healing up a little bit. Boundless Strike is there. I mean, they're looking to stand toe-to-toe with Miro. They'll lose the Aegis, but they're going to be ready for round 2 as Miro's dead.
Pure's running low.
They can just chase them out of the fight here. BetBoom have to somehow run. So Kiyotaka get a shield crash off. We'll clean up the second support, but the cause of Tundra still standing strong as they get the double kill. 33's diving in over the side of the map towards BetBoom. Fine save.
They just kite Pure. All 3 cores able to do it beautifully in the stun.
They're going to be able to put a stop to his TP as well. As they get the team wipe. Wow. This game too, it's a miserable one for BetBoom. This one hurts.
They can't touch cores. Saksa maybe 0 and 8, but the cores have 0 deaths. Nightfall tanks so much damage, but look at Pure. Casually throughout the fight, his mana just disappears. Under the Acid Spray, under the Scorched Earth of the Doom, all these little instances of damage, they start to add up. Yeah, Kiyotaka does a good job cleaning up the backline again, but the cores are just way too far ahead.
Yeah, and 33 keeping these two interested, you know, chasing them down, not only securing the kill onto save, but kind of causing Pure to stay around that little bit longer, which ends up causing him to get caught in his attempted escape. They get everybody.
And it was a timing for BB, right? Like, you could see Pure's like, okay, I'm strong. I have Butterfly. They can't really do it, but they just avoided it. They just went for everybody else, and then boom. Doesn't matter if you have a Butterfly, if you have 0 mana in your versus 3 cores. Especially when you're at this deficit of 15,000.
Very tough one for BetBoom.
And these next few items are pretty massive, right? They've got 33 able to just go Greed, an Octarine for him. And the AC's pretty much done for the Alchemist on top of everything he's already got. For BB, it might be like starting to think of like the plan Bs, especially for Kiyotaka, of what he can do to adapt now toward this game. Pure just doesn't feel like he can do it on his own. Yeah, I love Laurenov's build this game so far. Kind of picture perfect, just defusal, then he's going BKB, then he's going Gleipnir. Very good hero to have that Gleipnir. Miro. He's got TP backup. Laurenov will respect it.
I mean, the rest of the team is coming down here on Tundra. They're seeing the river, 33 and Kataomi ready to go as the Doom gets dropped down.
Nightfall.
Kataomi, he's gone. Seeing over in the jungle, Kiyotaka having to just roll away once more. Save charge for the TP out, but the Boundless is there. Laurenov gets another.
They might dive for Kiyotaka too.
They're certainly trying for it. They'll get the concoction off on towards him. They're diving up past the tier 3s. They'll get the shield crash off, but he dies inside his own base.
These 3 don't care about no glyph. Nightfall with some nice little individual play there. While we're looking at top, he blinked as the swashbuckle was about to hit him. He blinked over it and concoctioned both Save and Kiyotaka and almost brings them down just in that. That's why he has to fully defensively roll and try to reset. Tundra, it's a pretty much flawless game from them, as we were saying before. It's 8 deaths on a Clockwork and 2 on a Shadow Demon. The supports are just tanking everything. It's the dream scenario.
Absolutely, you know, for BetBoom killing the supports, it's not even going to feel good now.
Now it's just incredibly hard too. This is a pretty tanky Shadow Demon with the Solar Crest and the Cloak.
Yeah, pretty much double the net worth of their own supports. In the difference there between the SD and the Tusk or the Hoodwink.
That's a lot of spiders.
It's a lot of money.
Gold, it's quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, Shadow Demon's starting to catch up close to these other cores. And Alchemist is literally 2 cores of net worth now at this point. Almost 22,000 net worth. He is literally the Pango and the Brood. And yeah, Mira overall, an incredibly quiet game from him, and he might just get brought down here as well.
Has to be KB and hope for the best.
Birds or a hook, they don't hit.
Oh, not quite, but with the jump forward of Laurenov. I mean, Miro, he's trying to run from this, but the Gleipnir's gonna find him. They'll get the kill.
Laurenov, beyond godlike.
This Monkey King pick coming in last. I mean, you got to sort of ask yourself, do you think this was a case of BetBoom forgetting about the Monkey King?
It really feels like it, because it's a jack of all trades, this game. It's so good versus literally all 3 cores. It's great versus Brood. As we see, he clears the spider super easy, he can rotate to the lane. Obviously, on paper, incredible versus Pango and a Diffusal Wire. Kiyotaka, caught again. Making this one look quite easy.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
How's Pure doing? He's the only hope.
He is the only hope, and he's almost got
He needs
Scotty.
Scotty, he needs Daedalus, he needs the Rapier.
Yeah.
And then, maybe on the high ground. But before that, it's not looking great for BetBoom.
Yeah, it feels like their only way to fight is actually on their high ground. And even then, we've seen them just be able to bypass through it so far. Kiyotaka, I think that's like 3 times I've seen him at least get doomed this game too. So overall, 33. The deaths from Soxa have paid off massively. He's just finding the right target every time. He pretty much has Shiva's done now too. Items just flurrying out. And they have a gem too from Soxa to control that vision. Or, well, from Whitemon. We'll give Whitemon the credit since he's the one who bought it. And yeah, just continues to just be 0 deaths. Roshan looks to be back up, 33. Looking in a bit of a dangerous position here.
But that complete achiever's done.
He's got 36 armor. Soxa, or 33, of course, the one who we should point it out every time, but he's been selling items a lot. But yeah, he's always does this, so I just don't point it out too much anymore because he's constantly selling his Midas, rebuying, etc. So Shiva's done. Craggy code as well.
I mean, they're trying to walk into this fight, BetBoom. They immediately lose save.
Kiyotaka?
Rolling Thunder is there, but he kind of gets pushed back by the cogs. He has to bounce out with a final shield crash. A look back towards Saxa.
Pure's trying to run.
I mean, the fight's just falling apart. BetBoom, they looked for something. I don't know what they were hoping to find, but it's nothing. It's a triple kill. It's over.
It's over. It really is over. There's nothing that they can hope for as this game progresses. They can't even kill supports now at this point. Katomi buys back.
They can't get anything.
No.
Well, at least Mira didn't die.
True. Actually, I don't know how he got out.
They didn't get team wiped, but they did lose the game. GG's called.
An oversight. They had to have oversight for the MK.
This Monkey can get in through, get in to do what he did. 14-0-10. I mean, he slid across the court. 3-0-14 on the Doom. 6-0-16 on the out.